Near side for Willis. Willis, rink wide, or floor wide, I should say, as a shot makes it through Lee Jackman. He's able to find it in behind him on the floor and cover that one up. Throws it up the floor to the left wing side. Nice center step move for Cordell Primus. Primus near side, pulls it back out towards the top. He'll find Adam Dixon, the alternate captain. Dixon loads up at the left side point. He'll pass it to the shooter spot. Ewan back across the zone, up high. Cordell gets onto his forehand, takes the shot down low. That one's going to be gobbled up. Braden Wandler in goal this afternoon for the Grizzlies. He and Kyle Moody been splitting some of the duties this campaign for the Grizzlies. SeaSpray back out onto the defensive side of things here. It'll be Lee Jackman in the cage, backing up. Keegan Melanchuk takes a shot. One hopper off of the floor, finds the back window, and the rebound, skying for it. McCormick couldn't pull it back down. Here comes the counterattack. Pattison was taken down. Connor Stroop trying to follow up on it as well. Sakani Baker able to get that one into the far side corner as shot clock wound down. Trying to get it back across the timeline. It was tipped last by the SeaSpray, so no over and back, but they did get the shot clock violation, so now things going back the other way. SeaSpray get the ball here. Kirkby gets a screen from Nielsen, passes over. Gabriel had popped out of the shooter spot, pulls it through onto the offhand, now back up to you, and low shot. Nice blocker stop there. Redirection there is Wandler able to get a piece of that one. Wonderful effort there for Braden Wandler, throwing the body across to the near side. As Mitchell Nole passes it across to the far side, cutting in hard towards the goal. Takes the pocket pass, looking for Willis. Smith back into the middle, tried to find Brunch. Quick shot through traffic. Jackman, can he find it? Sweeps it wide to the far post. Diving effort there as Kyle Brunch. He's had some time up with the Vancouver Warriors this season. Seen him on a couple of games with the Grizzlies here during the weekends to keep them sharp and ready to go for Warriors action. What an effort there, diving, just swept it out the far side. Tyler Ewan, nice move to pull it out onto the forehand. Back around across the zone. Yakny cutting in towards the center. Paul deflected, and the transition coming the other way. Grizzlies in on this one, takes the shot down low, got it between the pads for Jackman. Picked up. Primus going ahead. As Evan Pattison going to sweep this one across. Gabriel just out of his reach. Aaron Sky coming off of the bench like a bull in a china shop. Unable to knock that one back across center though. Tyler Kirkby has it. Near side of the floor. Cycles back around to the point. Nice cutting play for Lucas Nielsen. Runs into a couple of players including Garrison. Just had to let that one go. It's shot wide of the goal. 11.5 left to go here in the first as the Grizzlies now bring it back up into the offensive side of the floor. Baker will pick the far side. Guarding him, Hurd forcing Baker to the outside. Baker still cradles a whole bunch, passes it far side. Kask in behind the goal to Joseph, cutting in front. Gets it to Willis, put it wide. Nice find as they tried to set the offense up through Joseph in behind the goal. Lots of vision over top of the shoulders of Jackman. Found Willis, but Willis couldn't find the back of the goal. As that one going to work its way across the territory. So Liam Hoogstraten still going to be wearing number 56 today. It was a late scratch saying he was going to be wearing number 55. Unless somebody else is wearing the number 56. We'll have to get back to you on that one. For the SeaSpray side. 10:45 left to go. They'll send the defensive side out. Garrett Lewis in transition. It's Mitchell Nole on the near side. Rigs it across. Loose ball coming over to the near side for Nash Moog. 10.5, Nash Moog. They got the fresh 30 off of the shot and ball pickup from Lee Jackman. Now Smith cut into the center. Nice pick play. Takes a shot. They score! Nash Moog opens it up for the Grizzlies. Pick and roll play to the front of the goal. Able to spike it past Lee Jackman. Nash Moog sets that little back pick play. Both players committed to the player with the ball, and he just is able to slip in through, and a great pass there by Brian Smith to evade the sticks from the defense. Face-off coming at the half. Gordy Phillips going up against Bell. We've seen a couple of wars between those two sides this season. As Connor White now will have this one up in the offensive zone. White feeds it back across. Grizzlies going to pick the far side. Lots of players cutting in towards the center. Cass gets away in the middle, puts the shot wide of the goal. Bounced off the floor and off of the back wall, out of play. As Eli Bat, they were going to blow play in, then they stopped it, then they blew it right back in as Bat had tried to get that one into his stick. It popped out momentarily and then went right back in. Lucas Nielsen causing a commotion as Kirkby waits with it. Pivots around onto the forehand, whips it across the zone, in and out of the stick as they'll try and work this one free. Hounding him absolutely on the far side is Garrett Lewis. Knocks the ball loose though, can't pick it up. Now Garrison gets it on the second lift. Aiden Baker down the near side wing, 9.5 left to go in the first. Challenged up high by Ryan Zuzakovic. Aiden Baker on Zuzakovic. Baker around the screen of Willis, double screen, swings wide of the goal, and now off to the races. Here goes Ellis. Ellis gonna pick up this loose ball. Here's a defender on him. And gonna be a loose ball push on, looked like Nole was able to get back in time, but that's gonna be an opportunity for the SeaSpray here. They'll get the full possession off the loose ball push. Hoogstraten's going to be on the near wing side. Ewan over to Hoogstraten. Hoogstraten uses the big body, takes a shot. Wandler looking for it, loose ball, shoveled wide. No, it hit Wandler again. Hoogstraten using that big frame to get to the front of the goal and cause a bit of a commotion. 8:50 left to go. As Joseph will curl around to the outside. Baker loads, gets around the inside. Elevator shot, hits the arm, goes way up high. Good box out by Evan Pattison. Not allowing anybody to go after that one as Lee Jackman able to calmly get it into the stick. Throws it ahead to Eli Bat. Eli Bat pulling it across the timeline. Yakny leaves it for Nielsen. As Nielsen and Yakny both drawn a couple pairs of eyes, but Nielsen's the one with the ball. Back up top to Dixon. 10 seconds on the shot clock with 8:17 of the game clock. Curls around the outside, finds his man. They'll go right into the middle, lets it go! Kirkby stopped by Wandler. Transition effort the other way. Here comes Garrison. Garrison gonna swing around to the outside. Good checking by Connor Stroop. He'll find Brian Smith. Brian Smith loads up on the near side. Cuts towards the center, feeds him out on the far side as McCormick. Willis setting a screen. Gets back to Smith on the near side. Players going to war for space in front of the goal here. Quick shot from distance, scooped up by Jackman. There's the release as Primus makes the chop on the stick in stride and keeps on going. Gets it across the timeline just in the nick of time. Good little poke there by Drew Kask. Knocks the ball free, then takes the man into the corner. Primus able to get this one to himself. Back up high, Hoogstraten links it across. Here's Tyler Ewan, lows, fire, scores! Tyler Ewan answers back for the SeaSpray. A wicked shot from the far side. Eludes Braden Wandler, and it's 1-1. Good shot on it there. Great camera work as always from the LEC wonderful broadcast crew here, courtesy of 10 Feet Sports Entertainment. 7:23 left to go in this one, and nearly time for the half-period timeout. As we'll see if either side gets the procedure call. No, Gordy Phillips will take this one himself. Phillips curls around, leaves it right by the center line for Yakny. Yakny will get this one to Kirkby. Last man off the bench comes Jordan Gabriel. Gabriel will wait up high, gets it at the right point. Curling towards the right side, pass across his own, low shot. And Wandler's gonna hold on to that one again, and that will take us to the half-period timeout. 7:01 left to go here in the first. Back into the action we go. As Stroop tries to go around the screen to the far side, they'll find it for Brian Smith on the near wing. In the center, Sakani Baker, held up by Stroop, and here they go out the other way. In transition, he'll see the man coming in off of the bench, but there's a 2-on-1 brewing. He'll take it himself as Wandler scoops it up. Had Tyler Ewan coming off of the far side just in case. Up the near side now, Brian Smith. Smith is going to hold up at the near side. 6.5 left to go. Finds the trailer in Connor Willis, as is Connor White. Cutting in off of the far side, Kyle Brunch. 1-on-1, now 2-on-1, trying to take the shot through. Sakani Baker was there on the other side of the pick and roll play just in case. The double team went. They realized the danger that Kyle Brunch presents on that far side. Evan Pattison had that one stumble out of his stick. As he'll wait over on the near side once again. Tyler Kirkby guarded off of the near side by Drew Kask, number 10, Ben Musso. Far wing, Ewan curling, finds Kirkby again, right back over to Hoogstraten. Hoogstraten uses the body, pivots around onto the offhand. Kirkby through traffic, just missed the near side post. Shot wide of the goal. And Hoogstraten utilizing that big frame, finding a lot of opportunities for his teammates. Nearly had a few opportunities of his own with a crack at the goal. 5.5 here in the first. Lots of lacrosse left to play here. Kask from his knees gets the pass. Baker unable to get the play away, but a delayed penalty coming here on the extra hit against Kask. Extra attacker set to come out here as Connor Stroop had that in and out of his stick. Never mind. Shot goes wide of the goal. Ball came free to the point. Shot went wide as the extra attacker was able to make their way out onto the floor, but Connor Stroop going to pick up the first penalty for either side in this one. The illegal body check draws a 2-minute minor. The power play gets a chance to ignite the Grizzlies here. They've had some pretty incredible games when they've scored first. As Kask, Brunch, White, Smith, and Baker going to be the offensive unit. Guarded by Austin Robinson, Gordy Phillips and company. Up high, nice block of the stick there by Gordy Phillips. He'll snatch that one away. He's going out shorthanded the other way. Brunch all over him from behind. Stops, pivots, has the trailer in Robinson. Robinson shoots. What a stop there by Wandler. Robinson tried to tuck that one in down low, and Braden Wandler says no. Back out in the offensive zone now again. So about 35 seconds gone by in the power play, and a shorthanded opportunity went the other way for the SeaSpray. McCormick going to load up on the far side. Brunch quarterbacking. White shoots down low. It's in the pads. Down low the left leg. As Lee Jackman was able to get that one stopped once again. Rolling ball left for Lucas Nielsen with 4:19. 1:03 left to go in the power play. Still 17 seconds in the shot clock to work with here to kill off time for the SeaSpray. Still a 1-1 game here from the Fieldhouse at LEC. Setting an off-ball screen play from the far side. Gabriel, cross-check, taking it to the boards. Just able to throw that one down low into the opposite end. As scooped up and played up the near side for Nole. Grizzlies still with 38 seconds left with a man advantage to try and make something happen here for the 2-1 advantage. Smith back up to White, finds the trailer in Brunch. White again from the near wing. Brunch around the screen to White, opened up a bit of a lane. Baker sees an opening, finds Smith in front, stopped by Jackman. Near side now off of the loose ball play. White battling with Pattison. Drew Kask able to scoop it up, and they get the fresh 30 to work with. Sakani Baker has it. Baker in the middle, swings that one wide of the goal. Here's Kask, nice behind the back feed. Baker tries again and misses wide. Couple of shots for Sakani Baker off of the far side. You rarely see him miss twice. Here's Aiden Ellison behind the defense. Stopped again by Wandler. Two shorthanded opportunities for the SeaSpray, and Wandler, mano-y-mano, gets the better of them. Grizzlies back out on the offense once again. Sakani Baker goes inside on Primus around the outside. Nice move, cuts inside, tried to sneak it in through the pads. The body control and strength on Sakani Baker, impressive as always. Primus sees a lane, he's gonna go right up Main Street, hit the crossbar. Runs over the defender. Stick taps for both. It's just a hard physical play there. Ball went out of play, was ripped either off of the shoulder of Wandler or right off of the crossbar. 2:37 here. Kirkby now. Playing with Dixon on the near side wing. Whips it across to Tyler Ewan. Ewan back to the near side. Kirkby popped out of his stick. A bump into the corner. Hoogstraten. Back up Kirkby. Kirkby looking for the roller. Picked away. And here comes an opportunity in transition out the other way. He'll pull it outside as Aiden Baker thought better of it. Had a couple of blue jerseys in between him and Lee Jackman. 1-1 game still. Exceptional lacrosse to kick off 2024. Smith across the zone. Brunch hesitates, pulls it back out to Baker at the center point. He'll let a shot go from distance. Under 2 minutes to go here now. As Hurd trying to accelerate here down the near side. Takes a couple of swings from Baker. Keeps the play alive though. Gabriel keeps it himself on the near side. Leaves it for Nielsen. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Already half of the possession time gone by. Nielsen, survey says he'll go to the far wing. Loading up. Yakni trying to get things through. Gave it away. Looking behind him, Kirkby sees the man with the ball, and a big check there, knocks it loose. Good recovery there. And a delayed penalty going to be called here, a check from behind. So Nielsen looked like he might have got him more on the shoulder. Officials say he got him on the numbers. It's from behind nonetheless, and a minor penalty for 2 minutes. Another chance for the Grizzlies to work with a power play unit. They always say some of the most back-breaking goals come in the first and last minute of a quarter. As Willis goes back and forth with White. Kask over to Smith, back up high. Willis loads, doesn't fire, passes to White. He'll score! Connor White, second power play opportunity for the Grizzlies, and they make it count 2-1. As a wicked shot from White penetrates off of the near side wing. Willis just opens up enough room for White to be able to swing that one in, but that's a sharpshooter's venture right there. Just finds it in the top corner. 2-1 your score now. The Grizzlies getting a little bit of offensive grit beneath them here. Gordy Phillips, though, with something to say off of the counterattack. As both sides a little bit chippy there momentarily as the play went the other way, and then I think it was called back for the procedure that wasn't initially signaled. Final minute here in the first. As Joseph, a little bit of a miscommunication there, had to throw it off of the window to Smith. Smith can't scoop it up, and Phillips will take it the other way. Phillips across center, has Bat with him, finds Eli Bat. He'll take a shot up high on the goal, and Wandler getting the better of it once again. Grizzlies give it to Aaron Sky. They've got another opportunity here as the time winds down. Smith had it go off his foot, and that's going to be over and back. 33.6 left to go. No timeout indicated quite yet. We'll see if they go for the quick reset or if they just run this one out since there's only going to be 3 seconds left anyways. Jackman stays in the cage. Kirkby near side, loads, passes. Ewan, nice reception. Had to get that one one-handed. Back across. Hoogstraten had trouble with it. Ball picked up the other way. No timeout called. They're going to do it naturally. Musso takes a shot, scores! They don't need the timeout. They'll let it go naturally as Musso going the other way. Transition opportunity makes it 3-1. The Grizzlies, their last couple of opportunities have been absolute snipe shows upstairs. Very little daylight to work with, but somehow they find a way through. Less than 10 to go. Bell going to try and scoop this one up off of the draw. Grizzlies have a last-second effort. Kask stopped by Jackman with less than a second to go on the clock. Drew Kask trying to leave an exclamation mark on the first period. We'll see how many more times he can shut the door on this SeaSpray side. Possession coming here to open up the second for the Grizzlies off of a tough battle in the face-off draw. As the official skies up to grab that one and will leave it for Connor White to start things out in the offensive territory for the Grizzlies. As Smith, he'll send it over to Kask on the near side. Kask takes the contact, cutting across, tried to dunk it in, stepped inside. Great effort. Couldn't keep those toes outside of the line. Up the near side wing, Evan Pattison will start things out. Moog defending alongside Nole, Musso, Garrison, and Baker. Dixon, Ewan, and company out on the offense. Far side, it's Tyler Kirkby. Kirkby loads, fires, tried to break that one through Wandler with force. And a souvenir for the fans it shall be. Fresh ball into the play. as Nash Moog will come down the near side wing. Hold things up momentarily, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Moog's going to stay out for the offensive possession here, usually the transition player. Near side, loading up, curling around the inside. Brunch lets it go. Jackman swallowed it up off of the chest. And then here comes the opportunity given away, though, as Moog picked it up right quick off of the miscue with Ben Spare. Spare going to guard him man-to-man as Moog holds still. Threw it into the center and then nearly did the exact copy of what happened there that gave him the ball in the first place. As Willis just loses that one out of the stick. Going to be picked up. Still fighting for it, though, from his backside. Loose ball picked up by Connor White. Tried to throw it right back into the fray with Willis. Ill-advised as it comes loose once again. Fresh 30 as a result as the SeaSpray look to head up the floor. As Ben Spare had that one knocked away from him. Ball coming up the other direction. As Gabriel gets the screen, whips it across the zone to Dixon, gets a screen, that one off of Wandler's chest. Loose ball right in the center, picked up by Baker. Aiden Baker up the floor, 3-on-1 possibly brewing here. Aaron Sky cutting in towards the goal. He'll curl around to the outside. Transition, going to head off on the change to get the rest of the offense here. Oh, nearly gave it away, a rolling ball off the floor. Could have been picked up easily by Gordy Phillips. Far side now. Joseph loads and fires. That one blocked on the way through. Didn't get there, so 5 seconds. Baker misses wide of the goal. Smith tries a roller, and that one finds a connection with the goaltender, so a fresh 30. But here come the SeaSpray. They have a man in the back gate. Was Gordy Phillips. He pulled around to the outside momentarily. Back to the far wing for Kirkby. As Kirkby pulling it back up high. Gets it to the top of the zone. He'll load, he'll fire, he'll score! Tyler Kirkby, usually the purveyor of many assists here in the Arenalacrosseleague West, but he'll get one himself there. It's 3-2. Kirkby, for a man that's dishing as much as he does, that stick can whip it with the best of them. Kirkby again this season, one of the top point getters in the ALL. He's been a fixture up on the top of the score sheet for several years now. Baker takes the man down, and he'll say thank you very much as he picks up the loose ball. Baker working their way up high as they'll settle it down to the far side. Here's Kyle Brunch in the follow-up, feeds it to Drew Kask. Kask gets the partial screen, one hands the ball over to Brunch. Brunch, nice move, cuts around to the outside. Puts it off of the post, he'll pick up his own loose ball though. As White gets that one coming off of the bench. Works with it off of the far side, back up high to McCormick. McCormick shoots over top of the goal. Several opportunities brewing for both sides here. Tyler Kirkby, the only one to light the red lamp here in the second. Pattison looking to the far side. In and out of the stick quickly as it comes back to Yakney. Yakney. Play called out to the far side as Kirkby going to load up. Hoogstraten sets the screen, cutting towards the middle once again. Low shot, took a hop off of the defender's leg and over top of the goal. Gabriel, 5 seconds over. Hoogstraten, he'll try and fire. Makes its way through to Wandler. He lunges forward to get that one into the stick. Nash Moog with it. Pulls it across the line. Lots of time remaining there. 22 on the shot clock now. Moog gets it across the zone. Smith back to the near wing. Baker loading, passing, tried to get the one-timer at the far side, popped out of the stick of Joseph. Joseph will be called for going through the crease. Just tried to steal that one, throwing the hands up as Connor Stroop will get it into the offensive zone. Nice pass ahead for Tyler Ewan. Ewan sees Nielsen, finds Dixon instead. Here's Gabriel. Gabriel wasn't expecting that one to come to him, thought it might have gone to Kirkby. Now Ewan. Ewan, low shot. Wandler finds the rebound. They score! Lucas Nielsen able to drag that loose ball in off of the far post. Credit to Wandler, nearly able to keep it out. As that one ripples the twine just enough, the official right of the goal line side made sure, checked it twice. And just like that, we've got a 3-3 game. Looking like Lucas Nielsen came ready to play today. So Ewan, Kirkby, and Nielsen, the 3 goal scorers on the one side. Or on the other one, Musso, Moog, and company. 10:35 left to go. Pattison had it knocked out of the stick by Bell, gets it right back as Kirkby finds Nielsen again in the middle. Going to be called for going through the crease if he played the ball. He'll keep pressuring on Aiden Baker. He'll be able to spin and release up to Garrett Lewis. Lewis, near side wing. 10:17 left to go here. Lewis back up high as Brunch going to pull it to the near side wing. Lewis setting a couple of screens. Brunch around the outside. Leaves it for White. Lets it go. He scores! And a hefty celly there for Connor White. Understandably so. Rips it upstairs. He'll have his second of this contest as he makes it 4-3. Similar spot to how he got the power play goal earlier. He likes that side of the floor. As he'll whip it across, Lee Jackman just unable to cover the slimmest of margin there. 10:06. Second quarter action. As Cody Garrison going to get called procedure against the SeaSpray. Grizzlies going to get the offensive possession as a result. Quick pass over to Drew Kask as they let's get everything set up. Last man coming in off the bench is Brian Smith. Smith lets it go. Pardon me, that was Willis. Went off of Lee Jackman and out of play. So fresh possession coming here. The officials quick giving it back to Drew Kask. Now they'll let play go. Now they'll whip it across as here we go. 9:52 left to go. Near side, Kask, Baker setting a bunch of screens through traffic. Delayed penalty coming here. As I think both of them are going to go. It's Gordy Phillips and Sakani Baker. Going to get called for a coincidental here as the officials separate everybody. As they make their way over towards the box. Gordy Phillips and Sakani Baker, two of the cornerstones of their teams. They got caught hacking at each other in the high slot. That's going to result in the coincidentals here. Again, the officials in this one, Cam Anderson, Cam Como, and Craig Boldridge. We'll see what the official call is. Connor Stroop and Aaron Sky waiting to receive the details here. 9:48 left to go. So it looks to still be 4-on-4. Coming across to the near side, though, as it would appear the second penalty went to Sakani Baker. Or are we going to get 5-on-4? It actually looks like we're going to get 5-on-4, so looking like a double minor one way. So coincidental attached to a double minor. So we do get a power play here for the SeaSpray as a result. The only penalty listed up on the board is Sakani Baker's right now. As the officials having a quick chat with the timekeepers. They're going to have to send one more player across, which is customary. So Dylan McCormick will go across because if with the coincidentals, you do have to have the second player come over and serve because when the penalty is over, the serving player comes out of the box because the two players that are serving the coincidentals at the same time, this one, Phillips and Baker, have to wait until the first whistle after the 2 minutes goes up. Nice behind the back pass. Nielsen takes the shot as Wadler will hold on. Aaron Sky and Yakney having a quick conversation. Wadler looking the length of the floor, sees the man, he'll hoist this one up, but the goalie's just played pass right back up the middle. Lee Jackman will throw it to Lucas Nielsen. Far wing, Dixon. Gives it for Nielsen. Yakney's going to sit up on the near side with Ewan. Yakney will be right down by the goal line side. Ewan and Kirkby. There's a familiar tandem. Ewan doesn't fire, gives it back to Kirkby, back across Nielsen. High-low shot, Wadler holds on. They'll go to Aaron Sky this time to make sure they get it across the timeline and kill off the rest of the shot clock here. Back over, as curling through goes Brunch. Brunch swings it across, as Brian Smith will curl across to the far side. Brings it back outside the zone. As Smith just killing off some more of the time here. With 8:30 left to go, still 43 seconds left to go on the power play. Things going to work their way down to the offensive zone here for the SeaSpray. Into the far side, now back up high for Nielsen. They'll work it around to the near wing. As Kirkby loads, doesn't fire, gives it to Ewan, gets it right back behind the back feed. Nielsen tried to spike it upstairs and just misses off of the ground and over the post and out of play. Still 23 seconds left. That's less than what's on the shot clock, so if the Grizzlies play their cards right here, they'll be able to fully kill off the rest of this power play. No harm, no foul. Again, it was the double minor assessed to Sakani Baker, a single for Gordy Phillips. So McCormick's in the box, ready to come out on behalf of Baker in 2 seconds. Long ball. Loose, can they pick it up? Kyle Brunch, Joseph trying to fish for it. He does come away with it, lays the body into the man there. As they'll work the other way, back 5 aside. Here's Evan Pattison with a burst of speed up the middle. Evan Pattison going to pull around to the outside. He's got those wheels, leaves it for Dixon. Far side, Kirkby in the corner. Primus setting the screen, feeds it in front. Dixon behind the back shot, he scores! Pretty stuff from Adam Dixon. What a goal coming across the center. Gets the feed from Kirkby. And he'll go behind the back there. What an effort to make it 4-4. As the two players will come on out of the box. As this a tie game now, courtesy of Dixon with the theatrics there. Beautiful behind the back goal. Making it a 4-4 game. Lucas Nielsen and the SeaSpray going to be looking for more. Tyler Kirkby getting another assist on the board. He's got a multi-point night already. Yakni, that one's going to be blocked by Bell. Yakni gets a loose ball, gives it to Gabriel. Gabriel across to Kirkby, walking in, takes the shot off the shoulder of Wandler. Loose ball going to go to Gabriel on the near side. Up high to Yakni. Far side, Hoogstraten back out on the floor, mixing it up. Nielsen stepped inside. That left foot, as he tried to propel back to the center of the top of the crease, just found its way across the line. As we go to the half-quarter timeout, the officials timeout in a 4-4 game here in the second. And in general in this one, things haven't been super-duper testy. As White, he's got a couple of goals in this one. He'll work his way back across center to get things going in the offensive zone. White gets it back, gives it to the far side, and Drew Kask took some contact on the near side. He'll pick himself back up. Screen play set for Willis, back across to White. White looking back up high, finds it, gets it across the zone. Willis trying to pick it up off of the boards. 7 seconds left to go on the shot clock here as they'll just scoop that one out of play off of the backside wall. Fresh ball coming in here. Ishikawa starts out with it in his own zone. Tie game, an exceptional game here from the Fieldhouse. Coming out the other way, Roloff was watching Ewan. Ewan's just going to hold on for a second. Roloff will stay back with him. Now he'll head off in the change. And you got to watch here in the second and the fourth. Those long changes. The offensive gate so close to the opposing goaltender. As Baker, he'll unload from distance. Goes off of the shoulders, harmlessly up high. Here's a transition effort. Eli Bat can't get that one into the stick, but then propelled a little bit further forward by Nash Moog. Looking to go out the other way. As Moog receives it from the goaltender, and he'll head up the floor. 5.5 left to go. Far side, loads, fires just wide of the goal. Brian Smith got all of that one, just couldn't find the target. Good shoulder there as Willis picks up the loose ball. Tried to find Brunch at the far post from distance. 3 seconds left, Brunch back in front. He'll take it behind the back shot, and down low, Lee Jackman having to go into the snow angel there just to try and keep that one out. That was a tricky shot from Kyle Brunch. Well placed, despite the fact he never even looked at the goal. Tyler Kirkby, far side, guarded by Lewis. Baker's out there as well. To Tyler Ewan, guarded by Cody Garrison. Yakni has a bit of space. He'll shoot. Wandler the save. Loose ball picked up by Aaron Sky. Has Cody Garrison with him. 2 men coming in off the bench on the far side. Garrison sets a partial screen. 4:38 now. Aaron Sky worked on there by Ben Spare. The defense able to force the pass to Drew Kask. Far side corner. Curling up out of the corner. Grizzlies looking to work something here. Loads. Fires. Rings it off the steal. 4:20 left to go here. Loose ball went off of the post, so it shouldn't be over and back. I think they're just waiting here. Aiden Ellis took the man down. Loose ball still working with it. Now Kyle Brunch. Good work there by Willis to shield off Aiden Ellis, who was looking for the transition effort. Nice pick and roll. Drew Kask has it pop out of the stick, and that one goes off of Jackman over top of the goal. Loose ball popped out of his stick, went right to one of his teammates. 3:48. Nole zoning out Pattison as Hoogstraten has it up high. Now Kirkby in the far wing. Quinn and Roloff the defense there. Nole waiting in the middle. Now Nielsen far side over to Yakni. Yakni unloads, pounds it off the post. Both sides. Teams nearly finding pay dirt, but they get foiled by the posts. Brunch run one off of the post. Yakni does it on the other end. Nielsen looking for the pick and roll play. Hoogstraten can't pick that one up momentarily. Loose ball scooped up to Nole. 3-on-2. Defense trying to get back into the fray. Across. Here comes Smith. Scores! Transition goal breaks the deadlock. It's Brian Smith making it 5-4. Nole hits his man, and Smith hits the back of the net. Great floor vision there by Nole. Patience paying off as he found the man trailing in off the bench. Late stages of the first half. Second quarter action here from the Fieldhouse. The Arenalacrosseleague is alive and well here in 2024. Robinson with speed down the near wing, pulls up at the stoplight. He'll leave it back for Gabriel. Dixon holds up at the center. Dixon now over to Gabriel. Gabriel loads, nice pick and roll play. Ewan faked the shot anyways, even though he didn't have the ball. Loose though it is, gives it over. 10 seconds left. Gabriel across. Dixon loads, fires over to Kirkby. Kirkby behind the back feed. Gabriel scores! What a feed by Tyler Kirkby in the center through the chaos, and Gabriel makes no mistake. Kirkby, the behind the back feed to Gabriel, cutting into the center of the floor. And Gabriel able to beat Wandler to tie this one back up at 5. Anything you can do, I can do better as the Grizzlies break the deadlock and the SeaSpray get it right back to 5s. Jordan Gabriel, one of those players that knows where on the floor he needs to be most effective. Gets to the spots where his teammates can find him, but Tyler Kirkby already racking up the assist count here tonight. Yakni cutting in, backs in on Ethan Quinn. Good defense forcing him back out. Hoogstraten, Baker all over him. Hoogstraten takes the contact. He'll find Yakni on the near side. Yakni, centering feed, takes the shot. Ewan had it go off of Quinn. As shot clock will wind down, coming all the way into SeaSpray territory. The Grizzlies will get the possession to the outside as Garrison. He'll start with it. He'll feed it to his teammate Brunch, now into the near side. Dylan McCormick getting square. McCormick feeds it over as Brian Smith loading on the far side. Pocket pass, diving play, they score! Beautiful dive on the pick and roll. And the Grizzlies, Andrew Joseph, finds a little bit of pay dirt, makes it a 6-5 game. Less than 2 to go here in the first half. The offense starting to heat up a little bit on both sides. The pick and rolls have been effective here tonight at opening up time and space for players on both ends. Out the other way, here's the transition. Gordy Phillips, one-handed low shot, just missed the top corner. The underhand, I should say. Going to be over and back as the Grizzlies will get another chance at widening the gap here. Ben Musso zoned towards the center line. He'll keep it alive though. Musso back up high in the zone. Curling towards the center. Willis forced to the outside. Hits the man cutting through. Brunch finds Connor White. And takes the long ball in. Lee Jackman going to look for the outlet feed. Throws it a little bit too far ahead. He'll play pass with Wandler. Wandler missed scooping that one. It went off his chest. Now minute 10 as Musso wakes his way back up the floor. Sakani Baker. Left east side of the floor. Right east side, I should say. Now back to the right side as a big shot from Willis. Pounded off of Jackman. The outlet play, this one will work. No, it doesn't, as Robinson couldn't handle it. Garrett Lewis gets a hold of this one. Splits the difference of Robinson and Ellis, and he'll head the other way. Lewis, Ellis nearly trucked him. Comes back to Baker. 40 seconds left in the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. Baker unloads wide of the goal. Baker's shot's been off a little bit today. Kask from distance finds it off of Jackman. Play will be blown down. And we look to get a timeout called here by the SeaSpray. 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. The SeaSpray going to call timeout after they gain possession from the save by Jackman. A 1-goal disadvantage do they have? We'll see if they can draw something up to make it even. So 6-5. Your score as the Grizzlies head back on defense. The SeaSpray will basically have the entire 30-second shot clock to work with here. We'll see if they go for something quick or if they will take a little bit of time. It'll be a 6-on-5 extra attacker play. Ewan, Yakni, Hoog Stratton, Dixon, Nielsen, and Kirkby. Defended by Moog, Nole, Baker, Sky, and Garrison. 20 seconds. 6-on-5 in a 6-5 game. Grizzlies defending the 1-goal lead. Everybody's just going to relax here. They'll send Yakni in behind the goal. Nielsen's going to wait to the far side. Kirkby staring him down. 5 seconds. There they go. The screenplay cutting into the middle. Kirkby across. Tried the shot. Just missed wide. Wandler read it as it came across the zone. Good double screenplay off of the far side. You could see the well-oiled machine spring into motion all at the same time. The play was for Kirkby. The elevator shot couldn't find the right floor off of the far side wing, and we'll head into halftime. Welcome back into the Langley Event Center Fieldhouse, the home of the Arenalacrosseleague West. It's a 6-5 game. The Grizzlies up on the SeaSpray here in the first weekend of 2024. Arenalacrosseleague West action. Ian Wilson with a call on behalf of our wonderful broadcast crew. Fred Rannert on the PA, Patrick and Emily on the cameras, Jordan rocking the stream. As we're ready to rock and roll with more action here in the second half. As they'll work it around, Yakni hits Kirkby up high, gets it right back. Ewan tried to let the trigger go, is picked up by Gabriel. Gabriel, nice spin move. Ethan Quinn, good defense there. Gabriel spins again, still held to the outside, popping out. There's Ben Musso. Gabriel still with the ball and was able to get the shot off of Wandler. Here they come out the other way. Aaron Sky pulls up, looking to set a couple of screens for Mitchell Nole. Here's the trailer. Al Brunch venturing for some sort of entry into the zone there, gives it up, and they'll find its way to Nole. Nole sends it across. Sakani Baker loading up off at the far side. Hurd defending on him, gives it up. Willis trying to curl this one through. Takes the shot off of the goaltender's foot as it bounces free over on the far side. Here they come out the other way. Primus in, cuts to the middle, open, free, scores! Brand new lacrosse game tied up at 6. A transition opportunity for Cordell Primus goes the other way. And he'll evade the defense and find the top right corner. SeaSpray continuing to answer every opportunity that the Grizzlies have gotten past Lee Jackman. 6-6 we go with 13:46 left to go in the third. Procedure going to be called. Possession here for the SeaSpray. Quickly the other way. Nielsen puts it in. And they blew play down, saying it needed to start back near the center. They hadn't officially blown play back in yet. Now play will be blown in as Dixon picks this one up. It's about the second time we've had that issue this game. as Nielsen will send it across. Ewan walks in, feeds it back to Dixon. Dixon lets it go wide of the goal, loose ball. Nielsen, can he scoop it up? Sent into the center and picked up by the Grizzlies. A little slow to get up was Nielsen as Garrett Lewis. Dixon all over him as he's forced to the near side wing. Back up high as Connor White will bring it across to the near side. Connor White takes the shot, he scores! Hat trick for Connor White. 7-6 your score. As number 23, he's been feeling it from that side of the floor today. He finds another one, this time off of the one hopper. Hopping and skipping his jump right now. A hat trick puts his team up by 1. He and Pearson Willis working on that near side have been dynamite so far this evening. Brian Smith also a part of that contingency that usually manages the near side. Phillips fakes the shot, cuts to the middle. He'll take one down low as Wandler sees it coming and gobbles it up. Wandler look in the distance. Aaron Sky walks in, has one man to beat. He'll back in, just throw this one low as Joseph whips it to Brunch on the far side. Pattison as Baker setting a couple of screens. Brunch feeds it in behind for Joseph. Joseph feeds it to Pearson Willis. Willis back up high, so he stepped inside. Possession for the SeaSpray here. Pearson Willis wearing number 32, Brunch number 33. As they come out the other way, scooped up and left there as Ryan Suzakovic heads off on the change. Now Kirkby with it, near side wing. Number 19 getting this one set up and ready to roll. Takes the shot wide of the goal. Never mind, found a piece of something as they did reset the shot clock. It'll be picked up by Lewis. Now Nolay, possible 2-on-1 brewing. Mitchell Nolay takes the contact, takes the shot. Jackman gets the save. Good defense there for Ryan Hurd. Zoning him to the outside. Pretty much all he could do was try and get the stick across the body and just try and dump that in the far side post. Wandler finding that one. Another great transition opportunity for Gabriel and company. Sky holding it near the center line. Feeds it across. Under 12 minutes to go here in the third. Cutting into the middle. White makes it 4. Connor White is fired up right now. He's got 4 in this one, and his team leads by 2. Connor White scored a lot of his goals from distance today. Decided to put something different on the menu. He goes right up the middle. And his 4th of the game is a beauty. It's 8-6 Grizzlies. So Connie Baker and Drew Kask will line up on the near side. It's Phillips in against Garrison. Procedure called though, so Gordy Phillips will just take it himself. Gordy Phillips leaves this one for Joshua Yakney. Yakney will leave it across for Tyler Kirkby. As Kirkby looking towards the front of the goal, has Nielsen there. Kirkby pulls it back across the body, takes the shot himself, and loose ball in and out of the stick of Garrett Lewis. Pushed down. It'll be a loose ball shove on Lewis. Kirkby gets himself back up to a vertical base. Hoog Stratton will start with it at center. Floor wide feed to Yakney as Nielsen backing into the center of the floor, right in front of the goaltender. Now Kirkby. Nice pocket pass. They call the illegal pick as Nielsen would have been all alone right in front of Wandler. Up to Ethan Quinn off of the near side. As they'll leave it for Pearson Willis. Willis gets the screen from Joseph, finds the trailer and Sakani Baker. Ellis and Hurd on the far side defending. Baker gets it up high. Joseph from distance, picked off by Ishikawa. 9 seconds on the shot clock. They still fight for this one as Joseph trying to scoop it up high. 3 seconds left as Pearson Willis working on Primus. Ishikawa and Joseph. Couple of shoves up high from Ishikawa. Now they're helmet to helmet, and then a grab of the mask there as he rips the helmet off. They're going to go toe-to-toe. Ishikawa and Joseph grappling here. Ishikawa takes him down. Not too sure about the start of that one because Ishikawa ripped the helmet off of Joseph. If you're going to go, you got to let him go at the same time. You can't rip the mask off of your opponent to start things off. So Joseph getting his team hyped up. Ishikawa's boys are fired up as well. We're going to see here Joseph heads back across as I think he's going to need a little bit of attention from the training staff. He's cut open over his left eye. So Joseph's going to go have a word with the training staff. SJ working with the Grizzlies today. Also the head trainer for the Richmond Sockeyes, the Pacific Junior Hockey League. Seems like she works just about everywhere these days. So Ishikawa and Aaron Sky continuing to have conversation there as well. Looks like Ishikawa might be heading out of the box and out of this game. So Ishikawa pointed to the door. He's going to be heading to the locker room. 7 minutes of penalty time. Listed here right now is Phillips giving a fist bump for Ishikawa, who's going to head to the room. Then it was a toe-to-toe fight with Joseph and Ishikawa, but Ishikawa initiating the fight by grabbing the cage of Joseph and ripping the helmet free. Just chatting with Fred Rannard for a moment there. And so right now listed up on the board is 7 minutes of penalties, 2-5 in a game for Ishikawa for his intrusions against Andrew Joseph. But probably one of the most stunning things out of that is that it doesn't seem like Joseph is going to get anything. There hasn't been any penalty relayed to the scorekeepers for Joseph at all. So whether they were just trying to say it was self-defense on the side of Joseph or throwing punches back after the face mask got ripped off. Still, both sides got a couple of licks in, and Joseph getting tended to by the training staff right now. He got cut open over his left eye. I guess the only thing I can think of would be the fact they're going to call it self-defense on the side of Joseph. As far side. Brunch get a power play here for the Grizzlies as a result of the fight between the two players as Jackman holds on to that one. So 7 minutes, 2-5 in a game for Ishikawa. There's a behind the back pass, looking to spring Brian Smith up the near side. That one bounces off the glass, will stay in as Hurd looking to send it up the floor here. Already down by 2, this is not where you want to be if you are the SeaSpray right now. As this one will come free out of the stick to the near side. Eli Batt looking to cause some havoc in the corner. Zoned off by Garrison. Loose ball going to be picked up. Grizzlies heading down the other way. Under 10 to go. Single digits here in the third. Suzakovic going to be in the box to serve the penalty on behalf of Cole Ishikawa. Again, 2-5 in a game. Out of this one. Kask behind the back feed. Brunch lets it go. He scores! Power play goal for Kyle Brunch. Nice facilitation by Drew Kask. As it'll be a 9-6 game. And I believe that would take the remaining 57 seconds off of the initial 2 minutes. It's going to go down to 5, possibly. And then, again, that'll be the 5-minute major. So yes, down from 5:57 to 5 minutes on the penalty clock. And it's a 5-minute major, which means the Grizzlies can score 2. We'll see if Connor White gets either or both of them. Stick has been hot here this afternoon. Face-off controlled by Mitchell Nolay. Nashmoog, I should say, on that one in particular. And Connor White will start with it. The hot stick of the afternoon. Those turquoise sneakers. Something's been working. As he'll set up on the near side with Pearson Willis. Brunch on the far side with Baker. Drew Kask quarterbacking at the point. Pearson Willis back to Kask. He lets that one go. It's stolen away by Gordy Phillips. Phillips looking to accelerate up the floor. Curls his way to the near side. Under 9 minutes to go. Lots of time here for both sides. No rush. The SeaSpray, though, down by 3. Their largest disadvantage of this game. Nielsen holds in the near corner. Surveying the floor, gets a screen from Robinson, curls to the center, lets it go, took a hop off the floor, went up high, but Wandler stuck with it. 4 minutes left to go on the major. White pulls it up the near side. Connor White scoops this one down low for Brunch. Brunch to Baker, now to Kask. Defended by Pattison down low. One hopper goes off of Jackman, finds the far wall, and Kask will pick up the loose ball. Back up high to Brunch. Brunch loads, draws the defense. Connor White loads, didn't fire, looked to feed it inside, behind the back opportunity. What an opportunity there for Kask. Out the other way, 3-on-2 brewing here for the SeaSpray. Are they gonna take it? No, Connor Stroop just gonna pull it back patiently to left point area. 3:13 to go on the power play. 14 in the shot clock left to kill off here. A couple of hops over to Evan Pattison. Left the ball behind. He's going to be forced back towards the timeline. 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Knocked free again. Picked up, though, as that one knocked loose by the defense. And a good last-second swing by Connor Stroop to send it into the back corner. Great penalty killing for the SeaSpray. Grizzlies up by 3. They'll want to make it double digits if they can find their 10th. Make it a 4-goal lead. 7:20 on the frame. Connor White going to go to the far side once again. Sakani Baker going to be the one closest to the goal line. Back up high. White loads, passes. Gets it again. White takes the shot. Back up to Smith, knocked free from Heat. As the loose ball coming to the near side corner. Pearson Willis digging for it against Evan Pattison and company. As this one going to take us into our half-quarter timeout. The officials' timeout was 7 minutes exactly. Out the other side of the officials' timeout. Still 6:52 left to go in the frame. Winding his way in, he left it for the left side for Dixon. Dixon across the zone. Tyler Ewan waiting up high. Gabriel looking to mix it up in the middle. Across, Nielsen stutter steps to the center, takes a couple of hops. That one wide of the goal. Nolay takes the contact. Dixon trying to knock it free as well. Comes loose out of the stick and a fresh 30 here. Nice work by Dixon and Nielsen. Over across, Tyler Ewan getting square. Ewan pulls it through, cradles a bunch of times to keep the ball secure. Finds Dixon, gets it right back though. 15 on the shot clock. Yakny will replace Eli Batt. Yakny, far side corner, looking to cut back across. Keeps this one, gets it up high, does Nielsen. Nielsen takes the shot, handled by Wandler. 6 minutes left here in the third. Again, the major power play, the Grizzlies can score twice. They got their first on the instigating minor that was put up on the board. White sends it to Baker, now back into Kask. They traded places after the last one. White's going to be the quarterback this time around. White and Baker. White swings it. Kask loading up, gets it across. Pearson Willis lets it go. Arm save. Smith, can he find the loose ball? Sakani Baker's looking for it. Takes a couple of contacts, gets it across. Drew Kask, fresh 30, 49 left to go in the major. Baker, Stroop went up high. White was able to pull that one down from the heavens. They're zoning in on Baker off the far side, gets down low. Smith back up, Willis gets the screen, takes a shot, hits the crossbar. Nice play, they worked it around down to the near side shooters area, and then a screen play opened up Willis to let the bomb go. Drew Kask, Sakani Baker guarded by Stroop. Phillips up high on White, takes a shot, just missed the far post. As White tries to gather this one down, it's gonna be over and back. And they're gonna call a delay of game, it seems like, against White as he spiked that one into the floor. Possibly out of frustration, possibly just trying to get it before the whistle went. But too late was he. As this one gonna be the 2-minute minor for delay of game, so the last 17 seconds of the major negated here. And then it'll be a brief power play. Oh, most of it, I should say, about 1:45 for the SeaSpray. Great opportunity for them to work back into this one, currently down by the biggest margin so far this game. As Kirkby works his way back up to the center point. He'll hold it here. They were watching Dixon just in case they pulled off one of the best fake ball plays we've seen in a while. Over, quick shot, Ewan scores! Power play marker, making assist number 3 for Tyler Kirkby. As the SeaSpray are back within 2. Tyler Ewan's got his second of the contest. as he was able to swing that one in from his usual favorite spot. 4.5 left to go now here in the third. It's a 2-goal game. Still lots of lacrosse left. The SeaSpray knocking on the door here. Another face-off coming at center. Bat and Pattison abreast of Drew Kask on the near side. Loose ball comes back to Kask as Evan Pattison will tie him up and leave Eli Bat to pick up the ball. Now Nielsen across into the center. Gordy Phillips swings, fires, and scores! How do you do, Gordy Phillips? Bit of an awkward broken play in the middle as they swing that one into the goal. Can Gordy Phillips just lets it go after taking the contact from the defense. No celebration, right back into the face-off circle. All business for the MVP of the inaugural championships here back in Season 1 of the ALL West. Gordy Phillips going horizontal here to try and dig this one free. Finally gets it. Possession's going to be called for the Grizzlies. After a hard-fought face-off battle, missed the intended recipient in the middle. McCormick and Brunch tried to sky for that one. Goes off of the player on top of the bench. They'll say it's going to go for the Grizzlies here. A little bit of pleasantries from the bench as Kyle Brunch went to pick up the ball. Under 4 to go here in the third. McCormick loads and fires across the zone. That one took a hellacious hop off of the bottom side of the score clock. Bottom side of the boards. 3:43 left to go. Takes the shot, he scores! Evan Pattison takes the stroll right down Main Street, and he'll tie this game up at 9. It's a 3-goal run for the SeaSpray. Evan Pattison, the defensive specialist, gets out in transition and shows you that the D-men can score too. He comes away with a marker with 3:41 left to go in the frame. As the SeaSpray all of a sudden back in this one, 9-9. Off the face-off draw, accelerating, goes Nash Moog across, Brunch loads. They collapse on him. Nice pull through as he keeps possession on the far side. Has Nash Moog cutting in the middle, Brunch towards the middle, just misses the near side post. Gets his own rebound though. 12 seconds left to go here. 10 on the shot clock, up high. Here's Connor White, loads, just tried to pass it to Nash Moog, and a delayed penalty coming here to the SeaSpray. Diving effort, and Lee Jackman just trying to cover the ball as the officials trying to separate everybody here. As Kyle Brunch dove across. And the official just trying to get everybody away from him so that his teammate can help him up. Everybody just holding sticks over top of him, giving him a hard time. Bunch of smiles from both sides as they finally do get separated. And if you're the SeaSpray, you gotta be smiling wide right now with that 9-9 game. Grizzlies were up by 3. But the penalty coming here to the SeaSpray, it's Aiden Ellis gonna go away. The body check as White will take this one at center right after the extended offensive possession. Cross-checking call gonna go against Aiden Ellis as Pearson Willis works with Connor White. Far side, low shot, handled off of the pads, scooped up as Lee Jackman looks the length of the floor, tried to find Gordy Phillips. Ball took a couple of bounces away from him down the near side. There's Joshua Yakney looking to try and pick it up as Pearson Willis got a hold of it. 2.5 just over left to go here in period, or quarter I should say, number 3. Baker getting in tight as Eli Bat checks him back up high. Pearson Willis faked the behind the back, took the shot himself. Loose ball, nobody in the middle to mix things up here. Lee Jackman, he's going to throw a strike up to Gordy Phillips, and he'll relay to Eli Bat. Eli Bat curls the stick, waits. He'll take one over top of the goal. Thought to try and get a little bit of a reset there. 55 seconds left to go in the power play. In transition, Grizzlies find Smith on the near side. As Smith up high, Connor White sends it over to Sakani Baker. As McCormick gives it, Baker over Smith. Trying to get it right back to McCormick, couldn't pull the trigger. Near side, Joseph back into the game, puts it off of the post. And you can see hiding under the corner of the helmet, the bandages in the near side for Andrew Joseph. Stitched up, out of play, and thrown right back into the game here. A warrior out on the floor. Sakani Baker taking the contact from Stroop. Thought about going low, takes the check in front, scores! Dylan McCormick. Dylan McCormick right in front. Nice move in tight, dives across, gets it into the top corner. Wonderful placement of the ball from Dylan McCormick. 10-9 now your score. Grizzlies the first team to break double digits. Did lead by 9-6 at one point before the SeaSpray were able to tie it up. Now it's a 1-goal advantage once again. Great work by Sakani Baker on the far side. Officials blowing that one dead. I think they're going to redo the face-off possibly. Possession's going to go for the Grizzlies, rather. It's off of the draw. Possession went to the boys in black and brown. They'll look to try and make it another 2-goal lead possibly going into the end of the frame here. Smith works his way through. Now Brunch sees a lane. Gets a couple of screens from Baker, mixing it up. Low shot just wide of the goal. They tried that underhand cut. As Brunch and Bat picks it up, swings it across. Play blown in finally as Robinson with 26 on the shot clock will wait to the near side. Takes the slash from Sky. Quick shot by Dixon. Tried to find the loose ball. Scooping it up between the legs and behind the back. And then one of the players took some contact up high. As Aaron Sky ain't gonna get called for something here. Aaron Sky none too happy with, I think it was Evan Pattison. As Mitchell Nolay was down to one knee after taking the contact up high.
He asked me to go.
It's gonna be a roughing. It looks like it's gonna be 4 minutes for Aaron Sky. A cross check and a roughing minor. So 4 minutes. We'll see. A lot of this going to carry over into the next frame, possibly, unless the SeaSpray have something to say about it. Fake the pass, takes the pass. Wandler gets the stop there. Ball stays in, though. Kirkby loads, fires, gets the reset as Dixon skies in to try and get this one back out to Nielsen. Kirkby's going to get back square up at the top of the zone. Nielsen getting ready on the near side, back up to Kirkby. Over, waits, swings it inside as Wandler gets that one. Jackman was up high as this one knocked free. Loose ball going to be picked up once again by Aiden Baker. Dixon crunches him into the wall. Nielsen's in there as well. Ball knocked loose. Dixon picks it up, cutting towards the front of the goal. Dixon with 2 seconds, takes a shot, scores! Adam Dixon, the buzzer beater with .4 left to go on the clock. Him and Nielsen knocked that ball loose from Baker on the near side. He'll pick it up and make it a tie game. Adam Dixon. What an effort in this one. .4 left to go on the clock. As the faceoff will just be for formalities. Still 15 minutes yet to go. The final 15, the fourth quarter. Whatever you like to call it, we've got it coming up right now. The Grizzlies led by as much as 3. The SeaSpray battled right back to make it 9-9. Then the Grizzlies got the lead right back, but then Adam Dixon on the power play right at the end makes it a brand new game. Anybody's lacrosse game. Here we are, the fourth quarter set to get underway. Put that 15 minutes up on the clock and let's get rolling. Off of the opening draw, possession going to go to the SeaSpray again. They still have a full 2-minute power play as there was the double minor assessed to Aaron Sky. 2 for roughing and 2 for cross-checking. We'll see if the SeaSpray can figure out their first lead in this one. Yakni across. Kirkby and Nielsen opening up a lane. Kirkby puts it wide of the goal. Dixon right in front, tried to dunk it over top of Wandler. Ewan takes a shot, and he'll fend that one off too. Nolay scoops this one one-handed ahead for Bell. Has Moog with him as well. Bell will get this one on the near side as he'll leave it back for Moog. Nash Moog sends it across as they'll set it up once again. Brunch, Smith, Baker, and Connor White. Connor White with 4 goals in this one. Little pep in his step. As we come into the 4th, they'll be looking to him for sure. Baker scoops this one up and just leaves it, as we've already had a minute 5 gone by here. Scooped up. Tyler Kirkby will set things up at the quarterback spot as per usual. Keeps it. Fakes it, passes it. Ewan shoots it upstairs. Yakni, the rebound, pops out of his stick, and then swept away by Wandler, lest Dixon have a rebound to the far side. Quinn now up the near side. He'll come to a stop, feed it across. As Kyle Brunch, he'll hold off of the near side. 13:23 left to go. 12 seconds as Brunch feeds it across. Joseph loads, fires, stopped by Jackman. Spare, looking to take his man into the wall. He does, pinning Baker there. Robinson's in there as well. Whole bunch of bodies coming together against the wall. Ball comes loose, picked up as Ethan Quinn leaves it for Joseph. Thought about a wraparound, tried to strip it, did Gordy Phillips. Joseph, ball knocked free, 16 to go on the shot clock, and the 2 players tied up there. As Joseph got the mask ripped off of him earlier. Got to be a little bit stinging with some of those stitches if the mask gets removed around again. Was leaking earlier after the fight with Ishikawa. Kirkby, far side. Hoogstraten back out on the floor again. Kirkby shielding, passes. Nielsen stops, spins now. Has Roloff on him. 10 on the shot clock. Near side now. As Yakni cuts to the middle, pounds it off the post. No over and back as that one went off of the bar. They'll get a fresh 30 here. 12:20 left to go. Kirkby, far side. Baker and Roloff defending. Curling around the outside, down low. Nielsen spent to the outside by Baker. Roloff cuts through. Hoogstraten scores! The SeaSpray. Hoogstraten gets it to go. It's 11-10, and for the first time in this contest, the SeaSpray have the lead. It's been Grizzlies or a tie this entire game up until now. The SeaSpray battling their way back. Now they lead by 1. But again, all the rest of this game does not matter, because at this point, it's all about these last 15 minutes. Big shot on Jackman, and he'll hold on to it as a loose ball held on to by the goaltender. They see Gordy Phillips up floor. He has a 2-on-1 with Dixon. Across, Dixon shoots, scores! Have yourself a hat trick, Adam Dixon, and it's a 2-goal lead, and even dozen on the board for the SeaSpray. What a pass from in front of the zone as Lee Jackman and company threw an absolute strike up the floor to Gordy Phillips. Phillips unselfishly able to get it across to Dixon, and it's a 2-goal game, 12-10 your score. As Lee Jackman trying to fix a piece of his equipment over at the far end. Looks like he's finally going to be able to get the helmet back on top of the dome. Got to make sure that helmet is working right. It's protecting the best hair in the Arenalacrosseleague right now. I mean, Melanchuk has something to say about it. We were saying that team probably up there for some of the best hair goaltending duos in all of lacrosse. Cash Kask charging his way in. Lee Jackman, the mask is working. He gets the stop there. Kask finds Baker back up high in the zone. They were leaving Tyler Ewan in the offensive territory. He'll head off on the change. Now back to 5 aside in the offensive territory. It's Connor White curling around the outside. Finds Brunch down the near wing. Brunch cradles, looking to beat this one across. Brunch now backing in. Scoops it for Brian Smith, cutting through the center. Couldn't find it in his stick. Loose ball push called as the SeaSpray will get the ball here. 2-goal advantage. SeaSpray, their biggest lead of the contest. 2 goals it stands at. Second place team up right now, looking to improve their record. Kirkby gets a screen from Primus, looking, no look feed, had Primus cutting towards the front of the goal, and you can see the shake of the head by Cordell there. Up high, Wadler able to corral that one off of the shoulder. Leaves it up for Garrett Lewis. Lewis will start things out down the near side wing for the Grizzlies. Sakani Baker bumps with his man there, Suzakovic, as Suzakovic and Baker coming together. A little bit of rough stuff as they look to open up the lanes. Far side now, hooked momentarily. Pearson Willis trying to break free. Back over as Sakani Baker trying to swim through on Suzakovic. Got him on skates momentarily. Swung it wide of the goal. And oh no, a shot up high in front of the goal. As the player went down, brought back up to the vertical base, and I think Brian Smith, the frustration boiling over there. He's going to be gone to the penalty box for at least a few. As the officials were having the discussion about what went down that led to the penalty. And I'm not sure if we've picked up an extra on Aiden Ellis here. The official was signaling an Aiden Ellis to get into the box. Not sure if he got it unsportsmanlike afterwards or if he got picked up in the initial coincidental. 12-10. The score here with 10:17 left to go. Coincidental penalty is going to be called here on Brian Smith and Aiden Ellis. We'll see the announcement from Fred Rannard coming up momentarily. Looks like play is going to be down in the offensive zone for the SeaSpray. As it looks like we might have a similar situation to earlier where there was a double minor assessed to Smith. So 4 minutes total in penalties to Smith with 2 given to Ellis. So a 2-minute power play going for the SeaSpray here where they lead by 2.
Penalty to SeaSpray number 6, Aiden Ellis, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct. Grizzlies penalty number 12, Brian Smith, 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Roughing and cross-checking to Ellis. The other side, I should say, to Smith. Unsportsmanlike for Ellis was the call that went the other way. Speaking of going the other way, here's Nash Moog. Moog pulls it back out. He'll hold on with under 10 to go here. Sees a lane. He'll now take it wide of the goal as he loose ball past the official. Connor White unable to pick that one up. A partial screen by the referee. As Evan Pattison, ball knocked loose by Aaron Skye. He'll get back into the fray. 9.5 left to go. Kirkby, minute 16 on the power play. Kirkby loading up at the center, saw a lane. He'll leave it for Nielsen. Takes a shot, he scores! Another power play goal for the SeaSpray. Lucas Nielsen widens the gap to 3. His second of the contest. He likes those high to low shots as he skies up to get that pass from Kirkby and deposits it in the opposite corner right inside the near post. 13-10. 6-goal swing here as it was a 3-goal advantage, 9-6 at one point for the Grizzlies. Off of the draw, passed across the zone, picked off though. Primus working his way up the center. Cordell Primus nearly made it a 4-goal game. Robinson though will pick at the loose ball. Didn't hit the goaltender nor the post though, so no reset of the shot clock. It's down to 20. Dixon, far side for Primus. Lewis and Nolay and White defending on the far side. Primus cuts to the middle. As Gabriel back in a defensive possession as well here too. Or pardon me, no, I should say it's offense for the SeaSpray. Grizzlies had Nole, Bell, Lewis, White, and Quinn defending. Kudos to Ethan Quinn. Been a little bit quiet in this game, but has had some incredible defensive efforts, keeping some of the players to the outside. Usually tasked with guarding somebody coming in off of low to the goal line side. 8:45. Passed it across, popped out of the stick as Joseph tried to cradle. Now here comes the back check. Flying in off the far side, Suzakovic gives it over. Ellis puts it wide of the goal. Pardon me, it was Ryan Hurd. Ellis and Brian Smith still in the box right now. Near side, Kyle Brunch feeds it into the middle, pick and roll play, puts it off the post. Thought he beat Lee Jackman, couldn't beat the steal once again. Delayed penalty coming here as Wadler making the sprint to the bench to get the extra attacker out. McCormick's gonna sneak in off of the bench. He'll head right towards the middle. Backing in now up high, Brunch. White shoots, scores! Connor White's exceptional afternoon continues. He's up to 5 in this one. Connor White lets it go, and that one finds a home in the backside. I think Lee Jackman might have got a piece of it, but not enough. So the penalty will be negated. It was going to be a check from behind. Negated due to the goal with the extra attacker. Lead is cut to 2. 8:04 left to go. As the loose ball scooped up by Robinson, then knocked loose right away once again. Picked up by Aiden Baker, fresh 30. As Quinn was watching Tyler Ewan once again. Aiden Baker will send it across. Connor White curls, fires, that one blocked by Robinson. Loose ball comes back towards the benches. Here's the release, Cordell Primus out the other way in transition, puts it over top of the goal. Stroop though picked up the loose ball. 20 seconds left here on the shot clock. Kirkby surveying the options. White out here defending. The man's got 5 goals and he's getting defensive assignments as well too. Yakni back up high, feeds it, Kirkby curling, finds Primus. Primus pulls it back out, takes the low one hopper, bounces over top of the goal. And that is going to take us into our officials' timeout to up their stock here at the start of 2024. Second half of the season getting underway. As Brunch holds this one up. Feeds it to the near side. Dylan McCormick setting up in the shooter spot. Whips it over. Brian Smith. Smith in the middle. Tried the one-timer with Brunch at the opposite post. Just got contact. Not enough to steer it towards the goal. Transition opportunity. Ellis with bat. Ellis forced to the outside as Garrison cut him off at the pass. Ellis. Lewis forcing him way outside. And then there's some problems with Yakni in the ball. Gave it away though, as this one coming towards the center. Scooped ahead by Ethan Quinn. He'll get it across the floor for Garrett Lewis. Great effort. Ethan Quinn making a big impact here this afternoon. As Garrett Lewis, ball chopped free of the stick, as he'll be able to scoop it off at the far side wall. Comes into the front of the goal for Lee Jackman, who will throw it ahead to Connor Stroop. The captain cutting into the near side. As Stroop feeds Kirkby, Aaron Sky all over him. The scoop pass finds Hoogstraat, and the Grizzlies playing aggressively right now in their own zone. Aaron Sky calling out the defensive checks as it works to the far side. Kirkby spins around, looking for a piece of somebody here. Yakni had it pop out of the stick as Lewis defends. Hoogstraat gets the rebound, put it on goal, and it was stopped by Wadler. Musso with Moog up through the middle, cuts to the center. Moog going to be called for an illegal pick as he took the man down. Cutting up the center was Cordell Primus. Gordy Phillips leaves it for Dixon. The two alternates going to play an offensive shift together here. Gordy Phillips setting up right in the middle, and again the Grizzlies playing aggressive, quick and fast here. Primus diving across as Wadler gets to him. Possession going to go for the Grizzlies here as he tried to scoop it up, and the player made contact with the goaltender's stick as Ethan Quinn now out in the offensive zone. Quinn gives it over. Willis fakes the pass as he keeps it over on the far side. McCormick now gets it near side for Baker. Baker gives it across. Brian Smith opening himself up a lane. Handled by Jackman, and it's stuck in the equipment momentarily. Under 5 minutes to go now. And as Robinson gives it across the zone, Suzakovic up to Nielsen, one-handed receipt of that ball. Moog, Musso, and Roloff guarding to the near side. Gabriel cuts to the middle, scoop pass, Tyler Ewan, there goes Nolay, tagging him quick. They're not letting him get time to get set up. Nielsen, good defense by Moog. Ewan shoots, Wandler scoops it with the net. Gets it with the twig and leaves it for Nash Moog. 4.5 left to go now. Desperation starting to set in for the Grizzlies. Moog gives it over to the near side as Drew Kask loads up from the left point. Gets a couple of screens, spins around onto the forehand. Now down low to the goal line. Curling back up. Connor White lets it go. Stopped by Jackman. And White taken down as Kask picks up the loose ball. As Kask sends it across, Kyle Brunch gonna hold it in the near side. And 3 righties, 2 lefties on this offensive set. Brunch across to White. White tried the pick and roll with Smith, couldn't get it to him. And he'll knock it away from Lee Jackman. Jackman out of the net, wrap around. No, he steps in. As Lee Jackman scrambling to get back into the paint, gets there just in time. 3.5 left to go, and it's getting more fast and more furious. This game's like an 18-wheeler. The gearbox just doesn't end. Dixon over to the far side. Baker, Garrison, Nolay, Quinn, and Sky defending. Toe saved by Wandler as Kirkby, that patented crossbody shot. Baker with speed out the other way, across into the middle. Kyle Brunch scores! Second of the game for Kyle Brunch, brings his team back within 1. It's 13-12. Kyle Brunch goes airborne and then does so again for the celebration. It's a 1-goal game, one of the tightest contests we've had all season. Lewis, Quinn, and Sky abreast with Robinson and Nielsen on the near side. Baker will be in the offensive zone for the Grizzlies with Connor Stroop. It looks like Suzakovic watching him. Bell and Phillips. They're going to go toe-to-toe in the face-off circle. Neither bull is going to give an inch. They're trying to muscle this one free. Still working in the face-off circle right now. Neither player giving a centimeter as they try and see who's going to come away with it. Still trying to work at it. Excellent battle in the face-off circle here. Phillips and Bell. Finally it pops free as Bell sweeps into the near side wall. Loose ball picked up by Lewis. And a bit of physicality there. Illegal pick play called on either Quinn or Lewis. Goes Stroop and Ethan Quinn tagging each other on the near side. Ball works its way around to the far wing. Nielsen fakes the pass across. He'll hit Tyler Kirkby, last man coming in off of the bench. Kirkby pulls it around to the near side, finds Tyler Ewan. Tyler Ewan curls around, finds its way to Kirkby once again. Kirkby, roll-off, bumped off of the check, comes over to Hoogstraten. Hoogstraten up high. Kirkby has Ewan to his near side as Yakny replaces the man coming out onto the floor. Kirkby has Nielsen in the middle. Here's Hoogstraten. Hoogstraten takes the one-hopper off of the floor, goes off of the back wall. Musso takes a couple of hops. He's going to put it into his stick. Under 2 to go now. Grizzlies trailing by 1. Grizzlies back up high. Kyle Brunch. Brunch scoops it to Baker. Baker holds on the near side. Baker across. Drew Kask coming in. Lets it go. Jackman has some trouble with the rebound. They score! Tie lacrosse game. Looking like Brian Smith at the bottom of that pile. It is. Finds the rebound in front as he's able to dive across and get that one in. Valiant effort by Lee Jackman. With 1:39 left to go, it's 13-all. Cody Garrison's going to step into the face-off circle here against Gordy Phillips. This one will be much quicker than the last one. As Phillips had it in his stick, it's going to be a procedure call here. Baker cutting in, forced to the outside, spins to the center, now splits the difference. Gordy Phillips watching him like a hawk. Over across, Connor White. He'll stutter step towards the middle, takes a wrist shot, just whips it, went off of the hand of the defense. 1:18 left to go here, transition opportunity. Pattison still has it, scores! Evan Pattison with 1:12 left to go, takes it all the way himself. It's 14-13. Evan Pattison had himself quite the defensive effort here this afternoon, and he's got 2 goals to his name as well. 1:12 left to go. Cody Garrison going to try and scoop that one free. Loose ball still comes into the Grizzlies territory. They're going to try and tie this one up again. Strike thrown ahead, good rebound. Behind the back shot by White. Puttamo go over the sock trick in ecstatic fashion there. Last minute to go here. 55 seconds. Primus works to his backside. Forced towards a line, gave it away though as he ran out of room. Lewis over top into the stick of Nash Moog. Moog is stopped by Jackman. Save of the game there for Lee Jackman. There goes Braden Wadler to the bench. And going through the crease, called on Moog. Now Wadler's got to get back right quick here. 30 seconds left to go here. Grizzlies got to go quick. They got to get the ball back in a hurry if they want to have a chance here. Tyler Kirkby zoned in by Musso and Sky. Can't pick it off there. 16 in the shot clock. Shot clock is not friendly to the Grizzlies here. Ewan stopped by Wadler. He'll scoop it up, and they get a timeout here. Oh boy, 15.6 left to go. A 1-goal game. The Grizzlies call timeout, and they'll get possession. The final one of this game. Can you believe it? The fastest sport on 2 feet is dubbed as such for a reason. This game has had a little bit of everything. It was tied up at 13 thanks to the heroics of Brian Smith. But Evan Pattison kicks the door open once again for the SeaSpray. Pattison, a member of this league since its inception, been playing with the SeaSpray the whole time. One of the OGs, helping his team when they need him most. And then Lee Jackman, another guy that's been around here since we opened the doors 3 seasons ago. He gets a huge stop on an opportunity by Nash Moog going the other way. So Brunch will start with it in his own zone. It's 15.6. 1-goal game. So he had to take one further step back as he puts the ball in his stick. 12 seconds remain now as he crosses the timeline. Brunch, how's the play gonna go here? Cask as he cuts back inside. Connor White around the outside. He'll shoot, it's blocked. Goes into the far side wall, and time gonna wind down here as the SeaSpray get it done here on Sunday afternoon. The SeaSpray trailed by as much as 3 goals. They battled back, tied the game, got a 3-goal lead in their own right. Then the Grizzlies were the one to make the comeback effort, tied it up at 13, and the winner will stand with Evan Pattison. His second of the contest was his biggest goal of the season. What an effort as he goes the other way, gets the transition goal, and it stands as a 14-13 win. The SeaSpray improved to 4-3 on the year. What a game to kick off 2024 for the Arenalacrosseleague. You expect nothing less from these sides. A whole lot of turkey consumed in the offseason, but none of it showed up in this game. Players were all over the floor, We had everything from fisticuffs to big saves to bigger goals. You cannot draw up a better kickoff to 2024 than that. The SeaSpray and the Grizzlies, something tells me we've got many fantastic contests yet to go between these two sides. So coming up will be the Stampede Tack and Wear 3 stars of the game, as Fred Ranner just about to announce them to the fans, and then we'll be able to give you all the direct stats live here on the broadcast. As 14-13 your final shots on goal, 57-50 in favor of the Grizzlies as they peppered Lee Jackman in this one. Lee Jackman coming away with the 44 save performance tonight, and on the other side, Braden Wandler going to get 37 in his own right. The 36, I should say. In the fourth quarter, 3-goal run by the SeaSpray. Hoogstraat, Dixon, and Nielsen, followed up by White, Brunch, and Smith. Then Evan Pattison unassisted to be the winner at 1:12 left to go in the fourth. Still more exciting lacrosse coming up later this afternoon, 4 o'clock Pacific. It's the Eagles and the Blackfish. Well, we got some stars to tell you about coming up in a few moments, and there's lots of great opportunities to pick from. Again, Tyler Kirkby all over the score sheet once again. Had about 5 assists and a goal in this one. Players on both sides contributing heavily to the fanfare we saw here today. So your 3 stars, as predicted, Tyler Kirkby shows up there once again from the SeaSpray. He's your 3rd star in this one. Your 2nd star with the 5 goals from the Grizzlies is number 23, Connor White. And your 1st star in this one is number 8, Adam Dixon. A hat trick in this one as well. The tying goal in the late stages to give his team the 13-13 advantage. Actually, Adam Dixon's goal made it 12-10. And then he would come up with another big one later on. As Adam Dixon all over the score sheet in this game when his team needed him most. What an effort from both sides. Grizzlies dropped to 3-4, and it's 4-3. Or 2-5, I should say. Pardon me as I have a look at the standings once again. 2-5 for the Grizzlies, 4-3 for the SeaSpray. And coming up next, it's the 5-1 Shooting Eagles and the 2-4 Blackfish. We shall see which of these sides is going to come away with their first win of 2024. Lots of exciting players featured in these games. Looking like Brody Harris back in the yellow and green for the Shooting Eagles in this one. So very excited for more exceptional Arenalacrosseleague West action here from the LEC Fieldhouse. So don't go anywhere. Coming up, it's about 56 minutes away. It's the Eagles and the Blackfish live on TFSE TV. But that'll do it for this game and this broadcast. Ian Wilson with the call on behalf of our wonderful broadcast crew. Fred Rannert on the PA. Jordan rocking the stream, and Emily and Patrick on the cameras, as always, bringing you all the best angles of your ALL West action here from the Fieldhouse. As always, do me a favor, be the best version of yourself. Good afternoon, good evening, and good luck. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.